You know, in today's world, your website is pretty much everything. It's your storefront, it's your business card, it's your brand. But here's the big question. Is it actually secure? Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can transform your website from a sitting duck into a digital fortress. So let's just jump right in. So let me ask you directly. Is your website basically an open door for trouble? You really have to think about that. Because hackers, well, they're creative, and they are always looking for a way in. Our entire goal here is to make sure that door is locked, barred, and totally reinforced against whatever they might throw at it. And you've got to understand, the stakes are incredibly high. A security breach isn't just some little technical glitch your IT guy can fix. No, it's a massive business problem. We're talking about losing sensitive data, facing huge financial hits, and worst of all, losing something that's almost impossible to get back: your customers' trust, your reputation. Okay, so if you're gonna build a solid defense, you first have to know who you're fighting, right? So let's meet the usual suspects, the common digital threats that are out there right now just waiting for an opportunity. So let's get to know these villains. First up, you've got malware. Think of this as a digital saboteur, sneaking inside your systems to plant traps and steal information. Then there's SQL injection. This is the master thief. It tricks your own database into just handing over the keys to the vault. Cross-site scripting, or XSS, that's the con artist. It uses your site to fool your visitors. And finally, you have DDoS attacks. This is just pure brute force, like a mob blocking your front door so none of your actual customers can get in. They all have different methods, but the goal is always the same: to cause chaos. All right, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's talk solutions. It's time to start building that digital fortress we talked about. And the foundation of any strong fortress, well, it starts with a set of essential security protocols. So what even is a security protocol? The simplest way to think about it is like a rule book for your defense. It's just a clear set of procedures and rules designed to protect all of your data and your digital infrastructure from anyone who has no business being there. Our entire defense is going to be built on 6 foundational pillars. These are the absolute must-dos. You've got to secure everything from the ground up: your server, your applications, and your content management system. Then you encrypt all your communications, you pick a secure hosting provider, and this one is totally non-negotiable, you create a rock-solid backup strategy. Let's just zoom in on one of those for a second, because it is that important. We're talking about SSL/TLS encryption. You know that little padlock you see in your browser's address bar? That's it. This is what makes sure that all the data traveling between your website and your visitors is kept private and secure. It's an absolute game changer for building trust. No exceptions. And what about that safety net? That is your backup strategy. And listen, this isn't just about occasionally copying your files. We're talking about regularly backing up everything: your content, your database, all the configuration files, and crucially, storing those backups somewhere safe and totally separate from your main server. Because if the worst happens, this is the thing that gets you back up and running. Okay, so the walls of our fortress are built. They're strong. Now it's time to add the high-tech stuff: the surveillance systems and the special forces. Let's talk about your advanced security toolkit. There are 2 really powerful tools you need to know about: vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. Think of scanning as an automated, regular health check for your site. It looks for known issues, finds potential weak spots. But penetration testing? That's on a whole other level. That's like hiring a professional, ethical hacker to actively try to break into your systems. They don't just check the doors. They test the windows, the vents, the secret tunnels. It gives you a real-world look at how a determined attacker would actually operate. Next up in our toolkit is your own personal digital bodyguard: the Web Application Firewall, or WAF for short. This is your frontline defense. It basically sits between your website and the rest of the internet, and it acts like a bouncer, actively monitoring all the traffic and blocking malicious requests before they can even get close to your server. And this digital bodyguard is specifically trained to spot and stop those villains we talked about earlier. It's designed to shut down things like the master thief SQL injection attacks, the con artist XSS schemes, and it can even help you handle that angry mob of a DDoS attack. It's an incredible layer of protection. So let's bring this all together. A truly secure website isn't about having one magic tool. It's a whole strategy. It's a posture built on 4 interconnected pillars. You've got your foundational protocols, your proactive scanning to find the weaknesses, your active defense with things like a WAF, and finally, continuous monitoring to keep an eye out for threats in real time. Look, if you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Security is not a one and done task you can just check off a list. It's an ongoing process. It's a journey, not a destination. The threats are always changing, so your defenses have to change with them. It takes constant vigilance. And that leaves us with one final, really important thought. Once your digital fortress is built, once it's secure, what is it that you're actually protecting inside? It's your business, your data, your customers' trust, your brand's future. That right there is why all of this matters so much.